the Squeak Heart, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you all how to properly set up a hamster cage. The first step in having a successful cage setup is making sure that your hamster's cage is actually big enough. Make sure that it is over 450 square inches. To start, he has bedding. I use Carefresh small pet bedding. It is a paper-based bedding. There are many different types of bedding in different colors, and they have scent reducing bedding, super absorbent bedding. You can pick whichever kind works best for you and your hamster, but just make sure that it's safe, dust-free, and paper-based. You want to have a thick layer where your hamster can burrow, and make sure you compress the bedding when you put it in to make sure that it will hold burrows. Moving on to hides. There are many different types of hides that you can use for your hamster. You can make them or buy them. It's also helpful to have many different types of hides in a cage. You can swap out your hides and toys so that your hamster will not get bored. One great thing to do is take bendable bridges, and you can make them into a multi-purpose hide where your hamster can either climb across it or hide underneath it. You want your hamster's cage to be a bit cluttered but not too crowded. It will make them feel safe to not have to run across wide open spaces, but also you have to give them a bit of room to run around. I make platforms out of popsicle sticks and toilet paper rolls as the legs, and they work perfectly. I keep Rigby's water dish on them to keep it from getting soiled with bedding. And this is painter's tape underneath it to keep him from flipping it, as it is not heavy enough. But don't worry, he can't get to the tape. He doesn't chew it. It's also great to put small toys on your platforms, so that way they don't get lost in the bedding. Taking things such as toilet paper and then tearing it into strips and putting it around the enclosure can encourage foraging and finding nesting material. My old hamster Harrison and Rigby both love willow balls. I use them constantly in all different sizes and materials, and I even hide treats in them. As you can see, Rigby loves to chew on this to get to the treats inside. Keeping a variety of toys in your hamster enclosure and rotating them, like I mentioned before, can help keep your hamster interested in all different types of materials. It's important to have a wide variety of textures and materials in your enclosure. I find that Rigby enjoys the kebab sticks like this very much. He has already chewed this up a lot, as you can see. Keeping foraging toys in the enclosure will help keep your hamster's interest level up. I scatter feed Rigby, which I think is a better method than feeding in a food bowl, because it encourages the hamster to forage and they have to actually look for their food. I also love to scatter hay and small fruits around the enclosure as a treat. Even though Rigby does not use his wheel anymore and tends to fill his up with food and bedding, it is still important to have one in the cage in case your hamster decides he does want to use it. Also, if your hamster does not use his or her wheel, it might be a sign that it is too small and causing them pain. And last but not least, sprays. Rigby loves the millet. It can be found either in the small pet or in the bird section, as both animals love millet. This is yet another way to encourage them to forage and search for their food, as they have to come and gather seeds off of the plant rather than eating from a food bowl. But as with all special treats and rewards, make sure that your hamster does not consume the sprays too quickly. Thank you guys all so much for watching this video. I definitely enjoyed making it, and I hope you have learned some stuff about your hamster cage. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will make sure to clarify. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe. Also, make sure that you are watching a video that is not outdated. Check the title and description for details. Bye!